All right, welcome to the Friday the 13th full harvest moon ritual. I am super excited to be here today because it's hit or miss whether I can do a live stream sometimes on the actual day of the full moon. Last month it didn't happen. This month it is, and I'm really excited about it because I have always been a lover of Friday the 13th. So just learning a more spiritual aspect to that numerological occurrence is really beautiful. And so you can Google it to learn a little bit more about that. But let's talk today about briefly. Let's talk today briefly about codes of awe. Got distracted by a phone call. Put it on do not disturb. Thank you for doing that now. So these codes of awe, these were created by a woman named Ivonne Delaflor. And I first came upon the codes of awe in 2017. So it's been like 2.5 years. And I had my first DNA activation facilitated by someone else. And I saw like on the watermark of these codes that they were created by Ivonne. And she had a different last name. Some of these codes were some of the first that she ever released. And so I did like a whole lot of internet stalking. And I found her on Facebook. Of course, she was connected through the person that had done my first activation for me. And I tried as hard as I could to become her friend. She had 5,000 friends, so I had to try every single day for quite a while. And I was elated when I finally got the notification that we had become friends on Facebook. That can be super exciting, apparently. And so I just began learning more from her as a spiritual teacher, as someone who I knew to be part of my path of awakening, my path of service. And even if that for a while was to receive, and to use these codes of awe in my daily life, to use them with others. I went to a retreat with Ivonne Delaflor. I have my own personal code of awe that has been created for me. So it's really exciting what you can do with these. These are geometric codes. I'll show you a picture of one. I'll share my screen with you here in a moment. And they activate sequences in our DNA, these things that are laid hidden and dormant for quite a while, lifetime after lifetime sometimes, until we work through enough barriers to being able to actually receive the codes, meaning someone like me shows up in your life, someone like Ivonne showed up in my life, she was the creator of these codes, to be able to serve you with them, to facilitate you to come towards your own healing, okay, your own ancient healing, DNA level, deep level integration, healing, and activation. So first reminder I have, because I'm feeling parched, lots of water when you're working with these codes. Lots and lots of water. Anytime you're doing this deep level work, whatever it is, shadow work, if it's activation work, whatever it is, serving, you should be drinking a lot of water to help fully integrate. Every time you lead somebody to healing, you're healing yourself, okay? Hi, Emma. Hey. Hi, guys. I'm seeing you. Thank you, Emma. You are such a dear. You too often look just so amazing when you come on Facebook and share a picture of you and your baby, whom our babies are like almost the exact same age. Our youngest, she's got a beautiful girl, and I've got a beautiful boy. So thanks for being here today. She's all the way in another continent. I'm in the US, and Emma is, I think, in England and somewhere. So yeah, I love how we're meeting. I don't even have to live in your town, and I'm trying to do classes in my own local town, and I will be using the codes and facilitating that so I can heal my local grid, my planetary grid, because I'm becoming a certified codologist. I'm super excited. So without too much further ado, let's take some moments here and start uniting ourselves together. So let's start that with the breath. Close your eyes for a minute if you'd like to. Start breathing in and out at your own pace. If you'd like to make a sound, sound frequency is very healing. I use the ah sound. Ah. This is the codes of ah. 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 You guys, you don't know how hard it is for me. I'm having to work through lots of fear on actually letting that musical tone come out of my body. Make some sounds. You know, we don't transform and rebirth and recontinue different versions of who we were and are meant to be without making some sounds. When I brought babies into this world, I did so making sounds. And even the last baby who came out of me with the help of a surgeon just happened to need it that time. My husband and I and other people in the operating room sang. We sang Happy Birthday. We sang a couple of other fun children's nursery rhyme songs. So we made noise too. It was different. Keep breathing. We're going to call upon our ascended master guides. Call upon goddesses, Goddess Isis, Goddess Kuan Yin, Green Tara. Call upon our divine archangels, our own divine guardian angels and teachers and guides and loved ones. We also want to connect up to the astral realm known as the Akashic Records. We're working with these codes that come from this alternate universe, the universe of awe. We welcome the light beings and guides that are working through these codes, that are here to assist us in these deep releases, these deep integrations, and these deep activations that are made every time we look at one of these codes. Every time we integrate one, go ahead and open your eyes. You can see here, this is the fear removal code. It's beautiful. You know, Friday the 13th is so superstitiously filled with different kinds of fears and, feelings of, like, I don't want it to be this way, or I'm nervous about everything, or I'm fearful. Great aversion to this day energetically. So not only are we energetically releasing the fear from this date, this sacred date that we are sharing with the full moon today, but also we're releasing any fears within ourselves that have laid dormant from lifetime after lifetime of suppression, of protection. I'd like to release those fears today. As you look at this code, you'll notice it'll start to move around, it'll start to dance. These are living consciousness codes. This is when you're ready to let go of the fears that hold you back, that keep you connected to the ego mind, that keep you replaying yesterday, worried about tomorrow, unable to be mindful of the moment you're in right now. not just on this day, but on every day. Humanity is quite fearful. The guides, they don't want me to sugarcoat it. Humanity is extremely fearful. And just by working with this code, just by revisiting this live stream any day you'd like, and using the sacred geometry in your life, showing these codes to your kids when they're afraid, when they have nightmares, night terrors, pull out this code. Teach them how to have this code surround them in a protection, and let's have it surround us now. So everyone, imagine this code. You can close your eyes and imagine it. You can see it still, even with your eyes closed. It's coming over you, it's crowning you, just like you would wear a crown on your crown chakra, your seventh chakra right here. Imagine it's crowning you, and almost like an umbrella would extend over you, all the way down in an egg shape around your body. Cutting any cords to unhealthy attachments to fear. Strange that we might have those, but we do. The ego keeps us attached to our fear to keep us rooted in our experience of negativity and unable to be here now. So you have this beautiful, brilliant pink and gold code, the fear removal code of awe, completely surrounding you. Allow it to activate in you the things that have laid dormant because you've been afraid to release them, to let them become seen, to expose them to everyone else in the name of service and love and transparency. Allow this code to activate every cell of your being as it surrounds you, as you bathe in its radiance, in its beautiful, beautiful brilliance. You can open your eyes again if you'd like to look at this code. You are in it. As you look around you, you can see the different bands of gold and pink surrounding you. Anytime you're afraid, you can put this code around you. You can teach your children. Get a thing of bubbles, blow bubbles, and teach them that this code is enveloping them like a bubble. And they no longer have to be afraid. Because many times we have bindings of protection around ourselves from past experiences, either in this life or in previous lifetimes, where we've been afraid. And we want to release those now. So take a deep breath in. Hold for 3 seconds. And release with an ah. Ah. Breathe in again. Hold for 3 seconds. And release again. Breathe in, hold, and release. Just like you might say Om, you can say Ah. And you can bring the frequency of the absolute harmonic universe to you. Anytime you feel fearful, you can imagine this code, you can carry it with you in your consciousness. You can say the mantra, Ah, and recognize fear as an opportunity to be mindful and to bring you into the present moment and to commune with that feeling instead of so hurriedly pushing it away or letting it attract other thoughts about the past or worries about the future that weren't even part of your experience in that moment. Fear is so tricky, it'll do that. I've got our next code. Go ahead and open your eyes. Take another drink of water for a moment. We're going to take a little break in between here. Lots of water, please. Lots of water. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome everybody who's joining. Okay. Take a moment, shake it all out. These are powerful codes. You're going to feel the integration. If you have experiences come up in the next little bit, feel free. You have the opportunity to open up this live stream and look at the codes again, to use them as you need to. You can activate, you can release and activate things for yourself by using these codes. You are the ultimate healer. I am just showing you the tools. So this code, this is the absolute guilt removal code of awe. We had the absolute fear removal code. And this is the guilt removal, the remover. You know, this is, our life is the greatest teacher. And our soul has come here to learn about being human and to connect that human experience with who we are as a soul, who our soul is at a soul level. And there's so many times that we get tied up into the karma of our experiences, and we have a lot of guilt. And as a soul, we choose different experiences in different lifetimes to help us relieve that guilt, to help us relieve that karma. And then you come down here, and in the midst of your human experience, all of a sudden you're riddled with guilt again over things that you've done to others, over things that you've allowed to be done to you over and over and over again. Don't we just suffer from so much guilt, like as a human race? We even have guilt over being able to let fear control us for so long. As we use the previous code, there may have been thoughts in your mind as you were going through this meditation process. They definitely go through my mind, or went through them, especially earlier on before I learned about forgiveness and non-judgment. I mean, I knew about these things. We've been learning to say we're sorry and in essence work through forgiveness since we were very little. I have young children. I do this every day. Doesn't elicit forgiveness when you yell you're sorry at someone. This is what I have to tell my young children. Like, okay, you can't have a mean face. But then we have guilt. We have guilt over these experiences. Guilt of the way we acted over things we were fearful of, for reasons we don't even know. So these feelings of hurt, of envy, of jealousy, of guilt, they can be something that spring from a life lived of ignorance instead of wisdom. And there's a great awakening happening, and more of us who were once ignorant I was once ignorant. I mean, I'm not even going to say that I'm never going to be ignorant again. It's just an opportunity to forgive and be mindful of my experience and bring it into a present moment. Because I'm human. My kindergarten teacher's Buddhist nun teacher. My kindergarten teacher is a Buddhist nun. And she told me, you're only human. I expressed that I had been angry the other morning over something that happened before school started. School starts at 7:50 a.m. So, not much in the morning, but to get angry over. But her gentle response was, you're only human. You're only human. And it, like, her acceptance of me without even knowing the details of the situation, it allowed the guilt that I had over that experience that was carrying me. I was carrying this guilt all the way through the actions of taking my kids to school, all the way through the experience that they were having with their morning. I was having a guilty feeling, and I apologized, and I said, this is not the way we should act, and I'm going to be better, do better. You will see that today, I said to my boys. I won't be acting this way again today. But it wasn't until I expressed what had happened to somebody. I didn't even have to express it to her. My kids were pretty normal. I was the one that was carrying on inside. She said, you're only human right now in this experience. I am only human. But I also know that I am the soul. I am a being of light. And that is why I can give this frequency we're listening to. You can hear it in the background slightly. This is the 396 hertz frequency, the solfeggio frequency, to help change guilt into forgiveness. Go ahead and watch this code if you haven't been able to see it begin moving and dancing and living and breathing in front of you. We're going to send this code first. We'll breathe it in, and we'll send it to our solar plexus chakra, our third chakra. We're going to send it there now. Breathe in again. Hold your breath. Imagine this code right in the area of your solar plexus. Imagine it spinning. Releasing any feelings of guilt that you've carried that have hit you right in your gut. That you've allowed to move with you through your day. We're gonna open our eyes again. Oh, I love this code. The orange is so brilliant right when I open my eyes. We're gonna take this code to our third eye, our sixth chakra right here. So we no longer have to see things through a guilty perception. Go ahead and breathe in. And see this code spinning around and around. You clear the perception that you may have that you are guilty for things, that you should hold this feeling of guilt over actions that you have done, that you should carry these feelings into your future and relive them in your experience of now. We want to release these images and thoughts. Breathe in, hold, and release with an ah. Again, breathe in, hold, One last time. Open your eyes again. And we're sending this through one final chakra, our heart chakra. Your hand over your heart and breathe in. Breathe in to feel this code in your heart chakra. Imagine it spinning and activating unconditional frequency of forgiveness, forgiving yourself, the light in me honors the light in you. You go about your day, realizing the light being that you are, living in the now, free from fear, free from guilt. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is.